27th of January, approximately 7:15 AM, I crashed my car. It was just another drive into work, but then something happened. In case anyone's wondering, it cost me £700 to get the car towed home. We will do a full 360-degree inspection of the car to show you all the damage, but I think let's take you back to how it happened in the first place. So yeah, I was driving along the A road to get to work. I saw the junction where I needed to take off. I pulled off left to take it, and then suddenly I was on the grass. It was as if I travelled like 20 yards forwards further than I thought I was. I went over a road sign which I didn't even see until I got out of the car eventually. But yeah, the rest of it was just driving 60 miles an hour onto some grass. So yeah, not great. It was scary as it was happening, but yeah, I'm just glad that, you know, I was okay. No one else got hurt. So yeah, it's just the car really that got damaged. So we'll start at the front. Here's the front bumper. You can down here see that the sort of front splitter has been completely ripped off. That's from the grass, the terrain. Here is obviously where I hit the road sign, and it's taken out obviously the headlight. This here is what's left of the windscreen washer reservoir tank. That's completely smashed in. And if you look here, you probably don't know what you're looking at, because to be honest I don't really know what I'm looking at, but this here is part of the front slam panel, which is like acting as the headlight bracket. That's part of that's been completely ripped off in the accident, so the front slam panel has to be moved in. Sorry, it has to be replaced even. Now if we look here, the bonnet very nearly got away with the accident, but it's slightly dent there. I think a good body shop can just pull that out anyway. It's nothing too sinister, but this part here, we'll take a further look later on when we lift the bonnet up, but this is what's concerning me the most, because it looks like the I don't know what you call them, like the bit of framework, the aprons I think you call them, has been pushed out a few inches. Like this here, it's supposed to be like underneath the bonnet, and actually it's there, so that's going to be really difficult to fix, but I'm going to try and fix it myself, see what happens. Now come down here, these pipes, I've absolutely no idea what they're doing, but the car is showing a DCTS fault, and it got picked up the traction control. Now this wheel arch here is kind of the only real thing that's been damaged, so I don't really know. Yeah, I suspect that it's to do with these pipes, but I don't know what they do. I think, do you see some bit of fluid come out there? Yeah, so okay, so they have fluid go through them. They go into, I don't know, this sort of black bracket thing. I have no idea what it is, but yeah, that's going to be interesting. The wheel arch is all mangled, and yeah, it's going to be really awkward to fix that, but I'm going to try my best too. So that's pretty much like the worst of the damage, but there is just a little bit more. The doors here, there's not really much to look at. They're absolutely fine. Same down here. Now this is probably the most interesting part. The rear bumper, I should say, it was ripped off due to the terrain, but it was hanging on. The police obviously took it off when they towed the vehicle away. There's no real sort of visible damage to it, so I'm hoping it can just go straight back on, but we shall see. Now this side of the vehicle is a lot worse. We're starting to see the quarter there, massive scratch, doors. I think it's just a body shop can fix. It's nothing too bad, it's just pain really. Yeah, it's just a bunch of scratches. Now here, this wing has obviously got a bit of damage. I'm hoping the frame underneath it's absolutely fine, and it is just basically superficial damage. I'm hoping you can just take this off, put a new one on, and it's going to be absolutely fine. Yeah, it's not lining up perfectly. Big panel gap here, but it's nothing rubbish. It's nothing too bad. I hope you can just, like I say, put a new one back on and it'll be absolutely okay. If we get into the vehicle, you'll see that I was lucky enough that no airbags went off at all, which is absolutely brilliant, which means I don't have to replace the dashboard, which is obviously brilliant. Same in the back, it's absolutely fine, the interior, which is fantastic. Let's take a look under the bonnet. So, I think it's down here. Yep. There you go. It wasn't too bad. I say the front slam panel has to be replaced. If you look here, you probably can't see, but this has been shoved up slightly and it's misshapen ever so slightly. Like I say, nothing too bad, but yeah, that'll be a big job to replace. But I'm going to try my best and see if I can replace it. But yeah, apart from that, it's really not too bad at all. Now, for those that are wondering if any like oil or coolant came out, the answer is no to both. If we look here, got loads of coolant in there. About the oil, there is no dipstick with this, which you'd think, oh, that's really bad. You have to check inside the car, but you can check it without turning the engine on, which I think is fantastic. Now, before I continue, I should say that the battery is also damaged. You know, when the car first arrived, which I'll put a little clip at the end of the car arriving from the trailer, the car started and ran. It seemed okay. Then like a week or so later, the battery was dead. We charged it up, the car started, absolutely fine. A week after that, we charged up the battery and it did not start. The battery charger said that the battery was producing about 13 volts, which, according to Google anyway, that's more than enough for the car to start. It should, as long as the battery is over 12.3, it should start. The problem is, the battery charger was saying that the battery, as soon as we tried to start it, the volts would drop to like 11.5 volts, which is obviously well below the 12.3 that we need to start the car. So yeah, I was like, what was going on there, considering the battery it appeared to be charging well. I did a quick Google search, what could cause that, and they're saying that when these batteries go into some sort of damage and crash, it does damage the batteries, and it causes a thing called high internal resistance, which they said is actually a precursor for them to blowing up in a massive explosion. Which is something I don't really want to deal with, ironically. So yeah, I've decided to not charge the battery. The battery does need replacing, obviously. I'm hoping that replacing the battery fixes all those issues. There's no further electrical issues down the line. I say hope because I'm not an electrician, I'm not a car guy. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, brutally honestly. So what am I going to do about this now? Now, I could go through my insurance, but what I'm actually going to do is fix it myself. Now, I say fix it myself. I'm not a mechanic. I've never worked on cars at all, really. So it'd be a big step for me to see if I can fix it, brutally honestly. You know, financially speaking, is a lot easier just to go through your insurance. You know, fixing this will be a couple of thousand. But you know, I'm a car person. I want to get involved in fixing cars. I think fixing this will be a really big achievement. And at the end of the day, I feel really responsible. This was a good car, and you know, it's my fault that the crash happened. And I feel like what sort of person I'd be if I just let this car go to the garage and get like crushed into a cube or something, you know. So yeah, I'm going to try and fix it myself and see if I can do, and I think it will be really cool if I do. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can fix this car I've got a budget for £3,000. Now, I've already bought a few parts for it, and I'm thinking that's probably not going to be terribly likely, but I'm going to try and see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you later. It is. Oh wow, that looks so bad. Oh, we need a new bonnet as well.